September 23rd, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topics are Taiwan slams China's denial of median line of Taiwan Strait and surgical mask embossed with Made in Taiwan released tomorrow. First, I want to talk about Taiwan slammed China's denial of median line of Taiwan Strait. After China Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin pointed out that there's no so-called the median line in the Taiwan Strait, it has become a hot issue. Well, I think there is a reason why China suddenly raised the argument of there is no median line. Here are some points. A, Taiwan has amplified its voice, so Xi Jinping got very upset. Today, President Tsai was selected as one of the 100 most influential people of 2020 on Time magazine. President Tsai and China President Xi Jinping are both on the list. And the U.S. Senator Ted Cruz commended President Tsai as a signal lamp casting China's looming shadow. Also, on the cover of Time, we can see that they call her Taiwan president. And this is unacceptable for China. B, the close bond of U.S. and Taiwan military and political engagements is one of the reasons why China said there is no the median line of the strait. And that is because they don't know how to deal with the Taiwan situation except for sending Chinese fighters. And what else can they do? So they have to bring out the median line issue. C, the median line of Taiwan Strait does exist. Let me explain the background for you. After the KMT army was defeated by the Communist Party's army in 2000, and we're talking about 1949, according to the China-U.S. Mutual Defense Regulations, 中美联合防御条约, the United States established the so-called median line of the Taiwan Strait in 1954. And the original purpose is to prevent the KMT army to counterback to the mainland China. Although China has never admitted it publicly, they have always followed this tacit agreement. In fact, until 1974, the CCP warship passed through the Taiwan Strait for the first time. And the first time that the CCP's fighters deliberately crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait was on March 31st, 2019. The reason for that is that Taiwan announced that it would buy F-16 fighters from the United States. D, China and Taiwan are separated by the median line, but once the relationship between Taiwan and the United States get closer, China cannot bear it. So they started to argue that there is no so-called median line of the strait. But their main purpose is to claim that Taiwan is a part of China, so Taiwan cannot form an alliance with the United States. I think that is very childish and also like a horrible lover. I think the relationship between China and the United States is like a couple on the edge of divorce. They started to use abusive languages and have no affection for each other anymore. When China saw Taiwan and U.S. officials having dinner together, they got crazy. E, conspiracy theories of China. Well, if there is no median line of the Taiwan Strait, then the Taiwan Strait will become China's internal sea. So the U.S. warships cannot pass through it. The U.S. certainly cannot accept it. I think this is quite unwise for China because, it has created another new battlefield. China already has too many internal problems, such as the pandemic, second outbreak, the broken negotiations of China, and the U.S. trade talk, and the Inner Mongolia protest. Second issue I want to talk about, surgical mask embossed with Made in Taiwan will release tomorrow. On September 24th, Taiwanese people can buy masks printed with Made in Taiwan and MD at the pharmacy. As I said before, counterfeit masks imported from China will be unsellable because Made in Taiwan is the guarantee of quality, not Made in China. Here are the top stories. Today, we have 0 confirmed cases. First, Taiwan earned international spotlight again today. President Tsai is on time of the 100 most influential people of 2020. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz wrote to Time magazine and said, President Tsai is a signal that conveying to the world that Taiwan will not acquiesce to the Chinese Communist Party. Under President Tsai's leadership, Taiwan has proved that the virus can be controlled without emulating China's strategic policy. We know that President Tsai was also on the cover of Time magazine in 2015. So this is very rare for an international leader to be Time's 100 most influential people twice in 5 years. Well, you can see this. This is President Tsai on the first row over here. And on the second row, you can see they are here as President Xi Jinping and U.S. President Donald Trump. And, very interesting is that you can see from the cover of the Time magazine, they call President Tsai Taiwan president. And what about Xi Jinping? They call him in the article China's top leader. Well, that would be different, right? Besides that, Bloomberg praised President Tsai, the best leader in the world. Bloomberg tweeted that, it is hard to find a world leader who has had a better 2020 than Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen. And it said that President Tsai oversaw one of the world's best responses to the COVID-19 pandemic and helmed an economic recovery that has boosted Taiwan's stock exchange to record highs. Talking about the UN, United Nations General Assembly held on September 22nd, Xi Jinping and Donald Trump both make speech through the video. For Xi Jinping, he kind of showed low profile and being soft for the first time ever at the UN General Assembly. China President Xi Jinping said that China has no intention to fight either Cold War or a hot one with any country. We should enhance solidarity over coronavirus. And he also said that China would never seek hegemony, expansion, or sphere of influence. But my question is that Xi Jinping means by saying forever, what does it mean? Can he live like 100 years old? What about successors? How can he sure that China will never do that? Will never and never. Trump also made a speech, U.S. President Donald Trump, to the UN and hold China accountable for coronavirus. Donald Trump said that the Chinese government and the WHO, which is virtually controlled by China, falsely declared that there is no evidence of human-to-human transmission. And U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo praised Taiwan and also praised the EU sent joint documents to the UN to denounce China. Pompeo tweeted that we welcome the UK, Germany, and France's rejection of China's unlawful maritime claims in the South China Sea at the UN. China must abide by international forms. Well, another day, we're talking about the intrusion of Chinese fighters. Another provocation from China. Chinese flights intrude Taiwan's ADIZ again today from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. this morning and was driven away by Taiwan Air Force 3 times. As to the intrusions on September 22nd, according to Taiwan Ministry of National Defense, 2 Chinese military Y-8 anti-submarine airplanes entered Taiwan's ADIZ yesterday. This is the 5th intrusion in 6 days since September 17th. And Taiwan Air Force drove PLA's fighters away by scrambling jets, issuing radio warnings, and mobilizing civilians. Facing China's threat, some people suggested that U.S. should deploy the troops in Taiwan. Well, Captain Walker Millers of the U.S. Marine Corps and wrote an article to the Military Review. The title is Deterring the Dragon, Returning U.S. Forces to Taiwan. It said the presence of U.S. ground forces in Taiwan would significantly alter the deterrence program. And also forces in Taiwan would communicate the message to the U.S. will defend Taiwan in the clearest term. Well, for the latest information, I will tell you that according to the book, we call it White House Incorporation. Trump's son-in-law, Kushner, borrow a large amount of money from Taiwan's mega international commercial bank, Zhaofeng Yinhang. However, Mega Bank denied it. Mega Bank stated today that the $50 million loan referred by the media was mainly due to Mega Bank's participation in the $175 million cynical loan and sponsored by Wells Fargo, 富国银行. So we're talking about Kushner, and also, Zhaofeng Yinhang said that Kushner already paid off the debt in December 2018. Well, some people say, kind of imply that how the Taiwan and U.S. relationship has become so close, and they would say that Trump's son-in-law maybe borrow some money from the bank in Taiwan, but actually that happened in the presidency time of Ma Ying-jeou, not Tsai Ing-wen. So that will be the view for today. This is Catherine Chang, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.